on the schedule. It's that time again on the hill. Lady Topper basketball getting set to tip off inside EA Diddle Arena to close out this 3-game homestand. It's the Lady Toppers against the Tennessee State Lady Tigers live on the Hilltopper Sports Network from Learfield. Brett Williams here with you. Thanks so much for coming along. Let's get to today's starting lineups. We begin with the visiting Lady Tigers. Same starting five that they have rolled out pretty much all season long. In the backcourt, a graduate student from Savannah, Georgia, number 3, Alexis Pierce. She is using her extra year with Tennessee State after 4 at Jacksonville University in the Atlantic Sun. She is joined in the backcourt by a grad student from Madison, Georgia, number 15, Tatiana Davis, using her extra year after 4 at Toledo. Had a very productive junior year 2 seasons ago. And a freshman from Houston, Texas, number 13, Gia Adams, the team's second leading scorer. Davis is their first. In the front court for Tennessee State, a sophomore from Atlanta. A lot of Georgia natives coming up to Nashville to play for this side. Number 0, Elise Harden. She is the third leading scorer for this team. And a grad student from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, a transfer from East Carolina, Dominique Clater. She is perhaps their most all-around threat, leading this team in rebounds and steals. She is 5th in points. For WKU, same starting five that we saw against Indiana State. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Alexis Mead, the freshman from Moreno Valley, California, gets the start in the backcourt. She's joined by the freshman from Taylor Mill, Kentucky, Maya Meredith, and the freshman from Monticello, Kentucky, Macy Blevins, plus the senior from Cairo, Egypt, number 4, Maral Abdelgawad, and the sophomore from Lawrenceville, Georgia, Selma Kulo. Those are your starting 10. Overall on the floor, Tennessee State wears blue, moves from right to left. They win the tip, and we are underway inside Diddle Arena. Swing it to the right wing. It's Alexis Pierce trying to set up. She holds the ball for a long time before finally resetting it up top to Clater. WKU wearing the home whites. WKU written in italics in red across the chest. Red piping down the sides of the tops and shorts. 3 ball from the left wing on the way from Pierce. It's in and out. Tipped out by the tops and somehow thrown free to Maral Abdelgawad, who drives and lays it in right-handed. I did not see which Lady Topper got her hands on it at the foul line and then flung that thing on a dime to Abdelgawad down the floor, but it was pretty. I thought it was a deflection. It was very clearly an intentional pass, and a beauty at that, as Selma Kulo rejects Gia Adams on her drive to the bucket, and the Tops take it back over. So a great start on both ends of the floor for WKU. 2-0 lead, just about a minute gone. Blevins tries to feed the post for Kulo. It is slapped aside and out of bounds by Elise Harden. And now Blevins will trigger the inbounds pass. Right side of the right bucket. She works to the far corner for Alexis Mead, who swings it back up top for Abdelgawad. Step back 3 on the way and in. It's a South Central Bank 3. South Central Bank, home of the official debit card of WKU Athletics. Abdelgawad went 4 of 6 from downtown the other day, and already 1 for 1 today. 5-0 Lady Toppers almost had a steal. Now with numbers the other way, Tatiana Davis calls her own number, pulls up from 14 feet on the left side of the lane, and drains it. Lady Tigers on the board. It's 5-2 WKU as the Tops break the press, and Maya Meredith draws a foul. That is on Dominique Clater, and it's her first. So you will see both of these teams employ the press quite a bit. The same type of havoc defense that they're playing. And so far, WKU has not forced a turnover. Neither has Tennessee State, though the Tops defense has been a little bit better by and large in the first minute 40 of this one. Into the post, Kulo turns around, just misses the finger roll. Had a shot at it, but went off the heel, came back off the front iron, and then Tennessee State brought in the rebound. Kulo looking for a little bit more consistency from that range. That's true for all of WKU's bigs. Left corner 3 on the way from Davis. It's long and rebounded by Kulo, who feeds Alexis Mead. Tops in transition. Mead feeds Maya Meredith down the lane. Meredith can't quite hang on to it. Loses her balance, goes out of bounds with the ball. And it's back to Tennessee State. Alexis Mead is flexing her muscle a little bit. These long court passes. We know Hope Savory's capable of that. We saw that throughout last season. It was great to see a number of Lady Toppers able to dish it out in transition. Tennessee State does the same. They break the press. Alexis Pierce, long 2 on the way. Make that Gia Adams. My apologies. Gia Adams from about 19 feet cans it, and it's 5-4 Lady Toppers. So 4 straight for Tennessee State. As the press is back on, Tops have to break it, and they do. Macy Blevins at the right wing, taking a look down low for Kulo. Drives into Davis. And that's a charge. So first team foul against WKU called on Macy Blevins. And a good response from the Lady Tigers, who spotted the Tops 5. Have scored the last 4, forced a couple of miscues, and now have the ball with a chance to take the lead. Gia Adams up top to the right wing for Davis. Tatiana Davis averaging 15.4 points per game, most among the Lady Tigers. To Adams, the second leading scorer, drives inside the lane. It's knocked aside by Meredith and stolen by Maral Abdelgawad. Miru trying to take it coast to coast, which she does, and kisses it off the glass for the bucket. 7-4 Tops. Tennessee State quickly in transition. Clater the other way, misses the layup high. It banks off the head of Macy Blevins, retreating on defense. And so it will stay with the Lady, that was Selma Kulo getting back there in a hurry. She readjusts her ponytail as, that whacked her right square on the top of the head. And now it's Lacey Robbins into the game for the first time for Tennessee State to toss the pass inbound. She finds Clater in the corner. Clater drives in, kicks it back out. Davis ready for a catch-and-shoot 3 from the left wing. All the way around, did not go down. Rebounded by Meade. Kicks it to Kulo, and WKU takes control. 7-4 Lady Topper. 6:48 to go in the first. Meade switches it right back to Maral Abdelgawad at the left wing. Miru comes in, drops it in from about 13 feet off balance. Miru so far cannot miss, and she has all 9 WKU points with 6:34 to go in the first. Abdelgawad, the do-it-all player for WKU, and thus far on offense, she's been unstoppable. Davis misses the layup on the baseline drive, but Tennessee State with the offensive rebound, and Elise Harden's putback falls. 9-6, Lady Toppers. The tip by Davis and the steal by Davis in the half court. Athletic 5'9" player got hops and used them well. Now a fall away from about 12 feet doesn't go. Rebounded by WKU. Alexis Meade eyes up the floor. Had Blevins for a moment, just couldn't quite thread it through there. So Abdelgawad now, right wing 3, why not? It's in and out. Rebounded offensively by Kulo. Why doesn't she turn around and just go back up? She never did. Never squared up, could have had one dribble right to the bucket. Instead, was looking to the perimeter, but she gets it back anyway. Now misses the layup, rebounded by Meredith. She goes up with it and spins it in. Maya Meredith with an excellent move to grab that rebound, get some way through a pair of defenders, and lay it in. It's 11-6 WKU. Somebody not named Maral Abdelgawad has scored for the Lady Toppers today. 5:28 to go in a first quarter that has seen very few whistles to this point. Tatiana Davis at the left wing. Into the elbow. Driving in is Elise Harden. Puts it up. Too strong off the backboard. Sanaya Parker with the save. She's in for the first time. Up top to Davis. Fakes the pass. Davis drives in. Dishes it out down low to Harden. That was a nice pass. Kulo with the partial block. Now it's loose and off of Meredith. It will stay with the Tops. Well, Selma Kulo's defensive presence has been felt today. I would love to have seen her on the other end just turn, square up, one dribble, go right up. Didn't quite happen, but it will come in time. Tori Hunter now into the game for the Tops. Hope Savori the same, alongside Meredith, Meade, and Abdelgawad. Next stoppage will be immediate timeouts. To the right corner, Lacey Robbins gives up the 3, comes inside, walks with it. And at the 5-minute exact mark, we will step aside. 11-6 WKU. Tops 5 of 8 from the floor. Maral Abdelgawad is 4 of 5. It's a 5-point Lady Topper advantage. 5 minutes exactly into the ball game. MedCenter Health is a proud sponsor of WKU Athletics. MedCenter Health, offering you the care you need right here. Visit us at medcenterhealth.org. This is Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. WKU 11, Tennessee State 6. 5 minutes gone in this one. Tops are shooting 5 of 8. Tennessee State just 3 of 12. Rebounds 7-5 WKU. Turnovers thus far 3 for the Tops, 2 for the Lady Tigers. Again, we'll be watching that turnover battle throughout today. Tops have been largely efficient on both sides of the floor thus far as the full court press is once again on for the Lady Tigers, who wear what they call reflex blue. It's a very strong Duke blue, if you will. They move from right to left. Tops in white moving left to right. Hope Savori at the right wing. Thought about a 3. Instead sends it across to the left wing for Alexis Meade, who quickly drives into the lane, throws it up from 12 feet with the right hand. It banks around, falls off the side, and Lacey Robbins has the board for Tennessee State. Robbins, a sophomore from Statesboro, Georgia, yet another Peach State native. to be on this squad. And here's Sierra McCullough, the ex-Charlotte 49er. She finds Robbins, left corner line drive three off the rim, rebounded by Alexis Mead with the right arm, flings it down the floor. Abdelgawad in transition again, she's fouled. Alexis Mead gathers herself behind the play after once again just rearing it up with the right hand and launching it down the floor. She has been accurate with her deep passes today. And just like Bailey Zappi has been throughout this season, congratulations to Tyson Helton and Hilltopper football, East Division champions in Conference USA with that big win at Marshall yesterday. And they will now play at UTSA next Friday night for the outright conference title. Here's Abdelgawad from the free throw line trying to get into double digits already in this game. And not quite, as it's off the right side of the iron. She is responsible for 9 of 11 points today for WKU. Leads this team with 14 points a game, 8.7 rebounds per game. Now she leads in, well, basically every category there is. Except for assists. Alexis Mead holds that title. And Abdelgawad is indeed into double figures as she swishes the second free throw. It is 12-6 Lady Toppers, 4:14 to go in the first. Adams picks up her dribble, nearly a steal by Savory. Jenna Walker and Teresa Faustino now getting their first action of the day for WKU. They combine to double-team Tatiana Davis, who almost walked with it. Sanaya Parker in the corner, 10 on the shot clock. WKU's zone defense swarming a little bit here. Now to the left wing, Sanaya Parker driving with three. Almost walked again, dishes it out. Clater, 19-footer at the horn. It is down. So a great shot by Dominique Clater after 29 seconds of tremendous defense for WKU. I wouldn't even say they left her open. That was a bit of a contested shot, but she still found a way to get it to go. Tops will take that. No-look pass from Jenna Walker. Banks off a Lady Tiger. It goes to Tori Hunter. She turns around and lays it in left-handed. I don't think that was exactly what Walker was hoping for. She almost threw it to a Lady Tiger, but Hunter got it off the carom, turned around, laid it right in. Here's Tatiana Davis at the left wing. 14-8 WKU. Davis, teardrop hook shot from 10 feet. It's in and out. Hunter saves it. It's loose. Parker off Walker, just banging around everybody. Still loose in front of the Tops bench. And they'll give it to WKU as it looks like Sanaya Parker had one hand on the ball and one hip on the sideline. Going to be one of those type of games where hustle plays are at a premium. So far, the effort has been off the charts for WKU since day one of summer workouts. Coach Collins loves what he's seen from this young team that is all hungry to prove something to each other, to this program, to this conference, and anybody else who has any bone to pick with them. Jenna Walker straight away hands it off to Teresa Faustino with the left wing. Under 3 to go in this opening quarter. 6-point Lady Topper lead. Pass deflected and stolen by Parker. On ahead with numbers Tennessee State. The lob inside the arc to Elise Harden. Nice play. The feed came from Alexis Pierce. Harden jumped off 1 foot, secured it, came back down with 2 feet, went straight up strong. An athletic play, and it gets the job done. 14-10 Lady Toppers. That's an offensive foul as Teresa Faustino gets her left arm into the chest of Alexis Pierce. So 2 team fouls against the Tops, 1 on Faustino, 1 on Blevins. For Tennessee State, Clater and McCullough responsible for their 2. Pierce with it, double team by Abdelgawad and Savory. Moral ties her up, jump ball, possession arrow favors WKU. So Abdelgawad with a very quick steal via the jump ball. What is she not doing well today? Teresa Faustino with it as the Tops bring it across the timeline. Back to the left side, deep left wing. Walker slides in a bounce pass to Gabby McBride at the high post. She tries to get it to the corner for Hope Savory, but throws it away. And that's turnover number 6 on WKU here in the opening quarter. That's not a pace that they want to maintain. Tennessee State has coughed it up just 3 times. Again, Lady Tigers 7th in the country in forced turnovers per game at 26. WKU not far behind, tied for 18th in the country at just shy of 24. And WKU forces one here as we see Kennedy Davis in the game for the first time for Tennessee State. Got double teamed in the left corner and took steps. So far that trap defense, double teaming, has really done a nice job for WKU at keeping Tennessee State at bay in the half court. We'll see if they can keep that going as we go forward. Walker and Abdelgawad back and forth. Tops have to get it across the timeline. Davis got a deflection, but Hope Savory brought it in, and WKU is free. 1:45 to go in the first quarter. 14-10 Tops. Near steal as Davis got in and interrupted the passing lane between Savory and Walker. And now we have 3 seconds in the lane against Gabby McBride. So Tennessee State's defense getting the job done on this possession. Tatiana Davis not looking for the inbounds pass. Hope Savory picks it free. On to Jenna Walker. Tops in transition, but Miral Abdelgawad slows it down as Tennessee State retreated. Now a kick out of bounds off Lacey Robbins. That was an unusual play. Davis is still trying to plead her case to her teammates. The inbounds play was very simple. Davis was at about the three-point arc, supposed to bring the ball up the floor, but she had her back turned. The pass went behind her back, and it would have just gone out of bounds, but Hope Savory saved it anyway. Give her team a chance to attack quickly. They were unable to take advantage. Teams have combined for 7 turnovers in the last 2 minutes. 90 seconds to go in the first. Savory gives up a left wing three, dishes it in one-handed into Gabby McBride. Back out, right wing three, Faustino in and out. And to the corner it goes. McCullough and Faustino battling. Last touched by Faustino. And it goes to Tennessee State. Walker and Savory providing pressure on defense. But Robbins lobs it in toward the left wing where it's grabbed by Kennedy Davis. And Tennessee State can set up. Robbins to McCullough back at the left wing. Now inside the paint to Davis. Has to touch the ball on pretty much every possession. She is fouled by Gabby McBride, and good sportsmanship by McBride as she immediately goes out of bounds and hoists her fallen victim back to her feet. That is the first on Gabby McBride, and the team's third. It will send Tatiana Davis to the line, where she shoots at 76.9%. The lefty bends her knees, flicks it, and it kisses the front iron before falling over and in. Told you Davis had a good junior year at Toledo. 17.8 minutes per game, 7 points per game, as the 6th woman on that Rocket squad. Played all 4 years in Toledo, decided to use her extra year here as senior year wasn't quite as productive as her junior campaign. So far the leading scorer here with this new look Lady Tiger squad. Both free throws in, 14-12, and now Tennessee State fouls Jalen Foster, who we see for the first time at the deep right wing. That is the second personal foul against Sierra McCullough. Under a minute to go here in our opening quarter. 14-12. Lady Toppers on top of the Lady Tigers as Hope Savory takes a few hard dribbles with the right hand, about chin high. Now swings it to Faustino left side to the foul line. Jumper on the way from Jenna Walker. She is fouled. Fairly late whistle, but the right call as she got hit on the right wrist. And that is the first on Kennedy Davis. No relation to Tatiana Davis. Kennedy from White Plains, Maryland. Tatiana from Madison, Georgia. And Kennedy Davis is one of the only 2 holdovers from last year's Tennessee State squad to play here in 2021-22. Jenna Walker's first free throw is swished through. Walker, one of 5 true freshmen for WKU. She is now 5 of 7 in her young Lady Topper career from the line. Make it 6 of 8 as she goes 2 of 2. It is 16-12 Tops. They haven't hit a shot from the floor in just about 3 minutes, but still maintain this 4-point lead. Tennessee State breaks the press. They have a 3-on-2 advantage. Tatiana Davis dribbles between her legs at the right wing, tosses it back to Elise Harden, who juggles it off her thigh, but it's recovered by Robbins. 31 on the game clock, 16 on the shot clock here in the late first quarter. Right elbow, Dominique Clater drives left side. No look pass to the corner, but a double dribble, or at least a travel, I should say, called against Elise Harden. So with the shot clock off, 24 seconds to go in the quarter, Tops by 4. They won't necessarily hold for the last shot. They'll take whatever shot they get, if it's a good one, whenever that may come. The press on for Tennessee State once again. Faustino looking for Hope Savory. It's slapped out of bounds by Lacey Robbins, a very active 6-foot guard who has a lot of length. She is 3rd on the team in steals and probably first in deflections based on what I've seen and heard, even though that's not a stat that I have access to. 17 seconds to go in the first quarter, and a steal by Robbins. Case in point, here she comes in transition with Sanaya Parker. Tries to draw contact from Walker. Threw it up too strong off the glass. But Robbins with the offensive rebound. 5 seconds now. Tennessee State down 4. Davis a long 2 from the left wing off the intersection, and that's how the quarter will end. So the Tops can't get anything going on this final possession, but their defense holds. Davis misses the jumper, and that's the end of one. 16-12, Western Kentucky over Tennessee State. We'll be back with more action from EA Diddle Arena right after this on the Hilltopper Sports Network from Learfield. Through the first quarter inside Diddle, it is 16-12 WKU as we take a look at the stats. Largely the Miral of Delgawad show for WKU. Muru has 10 of the top 16 points. 3 other Lady Toppers have scored, but just 2 apiece. Not used to seeing that kind of lack of balance for WKU, let alone lack of productivity from everybody else. Abdelgawad has taken 5 of the team's 11 shots, so not really any sort of high volume looks from everybody else. Tennessee State has taken 18 shots on the day. They have only made 5 of them. They are led by a pair of Lady Tigers with 4 points apiece. So not a whole lot of offense to speak of overall in that first quarter. Lady Tigers have it, wearing blue, moving from right to left with 9:49 to go now in the second quarter, and they turn it over as once again we see a player totally not on the same page as the passer, as Gia Adams was who Tatiana Davis was targeting, but Adams never looked at her and the ball just flew behind her back and went out of bounds. It is Maya Meredith, Alexis Mead, Miral of Delgawad, Macy Blevins, and Tori Hunter in the game to open for this second quarter for WKU, who wear white and move left to right. Mead back to Abdelgawad at the right wing. They play back and forth. Mead told us after Wednesday's game against Indiana State as Blevins lets fly from the corner. Air ball is a 3 short, and it's picked up by Dominique Clater of Tennessee State. On ahead to Gia Adams, one-on-one with Abdelgawad, and she's fouled. But anyway, Mead said afterward that Muru is my right hand, and the two of them were quite a handful for Indiana State the other day. Mead putting up a career-high 25 points. Abdelgawad adding 21 for her 5th 20-point outing of her career. And I remarked to Lexi when she told me that really it's nice to see when you've got a true freshman talking about a right-hand running mate, if you will, as a senior and the undisputed leader and heart and soul of this team. I think the way Mead has played thus far this season, that tenacity, that work ethic, she has the potential to take over as that emotional leader in the years to come. Of course, we'll see if Abdelgawad decides to use her extra year. She would have one because of last season. So she could come back for a 5th year if she so chooses. So we'll find out in time. 16-13 WKU as Gia Adams goes 1 of 2 from the stripe. Just about a minute gone in the second quarter. Maya Meredith turns around for a foul line jump shot off the heel. Tori Hunter collects the rebound. Too strong on the putback. And it's rebounded by Elise Harden. Mead with the steal. Mead coming inside the lane. Fakes the shot. Kick out Meredith. Right wing 3. Off the far side of the iron. Hunter with the tip. And knocked it off of a Tennessee State defender. So it will stay with the Tops. Lexi Mead also more than capable of snatching balls from opponents. Had 3 steals in that Indiana State game alongside 5 boards, 4 assists, and those aforementioned 25 points. She snares the inbounds pass, deep left wing on the Slim Chickens logo. Fresh down at EA Diddle Arena earlier this season, and Mead is now fouled by Tatiana Davis while shooting a 3. So she'll get 3 at the stripe. Tatiana Davis's first personal, team's first here in the second. Now, Coach Collins liked what he saw from Alexis Mead throughout the recruiting process. Said she will be a terrific teammate. She has relentless work ethic. We told you about that a little bit the other day, how sometimes they've had to kick her out of the gym for her own good. That's a good problem to have. First free throw goes in and out. Second one bounces around but then falls through, 17-13. Mead shooting it at 75% from the line to this point this season. And goes 2 of 3. So 18-13 WKU. Tennessee State quickly across the timeline. They're trying to make something happen. Gia Adams drives from the left wing, dishes it out with the right hand to Clater, who lays it up left-handed, and it goes down. 18-15 WKU, as Tennessee State just gets 2 back. Meade flings it across to the far side over 3 Lady Tigers. Abdelgawad collects far side, but a quick rotation of Sanaya Parker made sure she could not take the 3. Back and forth with Meredith. Gets Parker in the air, does Abdelgawad. Now furthers it along to the corner for Alexis Meade. Off her foot, but gets it right back onto Macy Blevins' left side. Davis in the air. Blevins comes in. Long 2 on the way, off the lip. Tops having trouble getting shots to fall today. Tennessee State with the rebound. 1-on-1. Adams trying to draw contact. Abdelgawad gets the block. And Miru takes it away cleanly. Now finds Blevins. Tops have numbers if they move. They're 2-on-2 now. Meredith driving left side. Tries to find block-to-block pass with Tori Hunter, but it's intercepted by Parker. On ahead to Clater. 3-on-2 come the Lady Tigers. Clater falling away from 6 feet. No. Gets her own rebound. Nobody there to box her out. And she puts it back in off the glass. Dominique Clater, the East Carolina transfer, led the Pirates in rebounds per game last season, leading Tennessee State in that category now. Macy Blevins, right wing 3. Tops could use a bucket. They still can't get one. Off the heel it goes, and it's pursued, but nobody touched it. So back to Tennessee State it goes. Lady Tigers will have a chance to take the lead. 7:16 to go in this opening half. Tops are shooting at just 35.3% overall for the game, and that was after a very strong start. They started 5 of 8 from the floor over the first 5 minutes. They have gone just 1 of their last 9. But they still have a 1-point lead at the moment. To the right side, here's Lacey Robbins back in for the Lady Tigers. Working at the red towel logo. 1-on-1 against Maya Meredith. To the left wing side, here's Alexis Pierce. Tries to fake out Maya Meredith. Good control by the freshman. Tops in a 2-3. Macy Blevins now on Robbins. To the corner. This is Kennedy Davis. Swings it back. Robbins, long 2, maybe a 3 on the way. It is a 3, but it does not go. Collected on the far side by Maya Meredith, and the Tops maintain, leading by 1, 6:40 to go in the second quarter. Abdelgawad swings it hard to Alexis Meade, tries a jab step pass. Davis can't get there. Instead, a bounce pass. Maya Meredith coming into the lane, floats it over the rim, and drops it in. Maya Meredith with 4 points, the first Lady Topper other than Maral Abdelgawad to exceed 2 today. 20-17 Tops, and now Ty Evans, frustrated with his team's inability to get the ball across the timeline on that possession, uses Tennessee State's first timeout. We'll step aside as well. 6:22 to go in the first half. It is 20-17 Lady Toppers. This is Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. One of the features they just played here on the video boards at Diddle Arena. 1 has to go. You see that sometimes on social media where they'll put a list of items from a certain category, and they'll say if you had to get rid of one of these 4, or whatever the number is, it's 4 here, which would it be? So the category was genres of music, and they went through about half the roster, the 4 genres on the board: hip-hop, pop, EDM, electronic dance music, and country. And I would say about half the Lady Toppers who were featured said get rid of country. The other half mostly said get rid of EDM. We had a little bit of fun talking about who was a country fan and who was not over our last couple of coaches shows. Apparently, Macy Blevins, Jenna Walker, Hope Savori leading the charge for that genre, and they've convinced a few others to start getting into the fray as well. Country music, one of those that tends to divide a pair of teams. Tennessee State in a backcourt violation as we continue here in this second quarter. Of course, fittingly enough, Tennessee State, a team from Nashville, Music City, country music's legendary home. And there's a segue for you. 3-point lead for the Lady Toppers, still a fairly low-scoring affair inside Diddle to this point. Abdelgawad trying to get it in bounds, and she does to Maya Meredith. Tops can hurry with numbers. Meredith off the backboard. It is in, and you can count it, and the foul. There was a bit of a hesitation from the official as to whether that would be a charge or a block, but a block issued, and Meredith has a chance at a 3-point play. That's the first on Kiani Westbrook, who just checked in for the first time. Been a relatively clean game. That's just the 10th personal foul called. Here we are about a quarter and a half in. Turnovers are 9-8. WKU has committed 1 more. But the shots just haven't fallen for either team at large today, and the free throw didn't fall for Meredith either. Off the left side of the rim, picked up by Elise Harden. Tennessee State with the ball down 5. Tops have led start to finish in this one. Got off to a 5-0 start. Tennessee State got it back to 5-4. And it's been that kind of cat and mouse game ever since. Should note that in the previous 4 meetings between these two, as Tennessee State commits its 9th turnover, long pursuit by Elise Harden. She lost control of it, tried to dive to save it. She couldn't. But in those previous 4 meetings, 22 is the closest margin of victory for either side. So there has never been a close game between these two. Thus far today, it's looking like it might be. Lob pass across. Blevins for Abdelgawad. She saves it on the deflection, dishes it down low to Kulo, who couldn't quite control, and then she throws it away, looking up top for Macy Blevins. Blevins perhaps with an early cut. It looks like Kulo's pass was where she wanted it to be, but Blevins a bit too close in, and it went over. Score in this second quarter is 6-5 WKU at just about the halfway mark. Tennessee State 3-2 on the season. WKU 3-3. Second half of conference play for these two. Second half of non-conference play is what I meant to say. Jalen Foster commits her first personal foul as she bodies up Tatiana Davis from behind, trying to deny the entry pass. Each team with just 2 team fouls in the second quarter. 5:07 to go until the break. To the left wing, Sanaya Parker threads it to the corner for Gia Adams. Lob pass for Davis, nearly stolen by Blevins. Great whip inside by Davis. Dominique Clater catches it on a line with the left hand, hauls it in, goes right back up, lays it in. A lot of athletes on this Tennessee State squad. Dominique Clater, another one that can get up high, bring it in. That was a nifty pass, too, from Clater. So it was from Macy Blevins as she finds Jalen Foster as the Tops break the press, and Foster lays it in left-handed. 24-19 WKU. In rhythm 3. Right corner from Davis. No. Off the heel, rebounded by Blevins. Tops looking up the floor. Meade cocked her right arm, ready to just gun it down the floor. Decided better of it. Got it to Blevins across half court instead. Now to the corner. Abdelgawad gets it back up top to Meade. Boy, she was ready to launch that thing 80 yards down the field, if you will. To the right corner. Foster nearly got away with a walk. Well, I guess she did get away with it. And now Maya Meredith, 16-footer on the way from the left baseline, is pure. 26-19 WKU. All of a sudden, they've hit their last 4 shots from the floor and have their largest lead of the game at 7. Tennessee State trying to answer. Right wing 3, no from Adams. Rebounded again by Macy Blevins. Here comes Alexis Meade. Foster wants it in the lane, right hand in the air. Meade says no. Abdelgawad, right wing 3, no. Too far, too strong. Rebounded by Dominique Clater of Tennessee State. Here come the Lady Tigers, down by 7. Clater, bounce pass to the block. The start and the finish from Gia Adams. 26-21 Lady Toppers as these teams keep on running the floor. Adams now up to 5 points. Clater still leading the Lady Tigers with 8. Maral Abdelgawad, deep right wing, 1 dribble. Now to Meredith further along. 3:19 to go in the first half. All the way across to Blevins, who saves it. No, she didn't. She came back down with her left foot on the sideline. Turnovers now 11-10. WKU has committed 1 more. MedCenter Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine offers expert care and innovative solutions to help stop your pain. Learn more at medcenterhealth.org/ortho. Bit of a discrepancy on the Tennessee State side as to who was going to come in bounds on that particular possession. They have solved it. Who was going to come into the game, I should say. Lacey Robbins does. She's out there with Kiani Westbrook, Kennedy Davis, Dominique Clater, and Gia Adams. About 3 minutes to go until we reach halftime. A 5-point Lady Topper lead. Abdelgawad got in the way of a telegraphed pass but could not steal it, just deflected it, and Tennessee State maintains. Adams tries to jab step past Savory. Instead, sends it across to Dominique Clater, who drives in through traffic. Doesn't get the layup to fall, but waiting on the other side is Kiani Westbrook, and her putback does go off the glass and in. 26-23. Top still in front. Meade trapped at half court, gets it free to Faustino, who gets it free to Savory. Back and forth. Abdelgawad now jumping high to save it as Foster misses the layup in traffic. Back up top to Savory. Swings it back across to no one in particular. 3 Lady Toppers there, but the pass went right between all of them and straight out of bounds. These teams have combined to go 1 of 14 from beyond the arc in this game. Abdelgawad has the only make. This is after WKU shot the ball 46.4% from distance the other day. Bank shot intended by Robbins is way off the mark, but Tennessee State with another offensive rebound. They're -1 in rebounds overall. They turn it over here. They are +1 in that category. Offensive rebounds in this one are 8-5 Tennessee State. That is 8 out of 20. 8 offensive rebounds on 20 missed shots for a 40% opponent offensive rebounding percentage. Still higher than Greg Collins would like to allow. Tops get it free, get it across half court. Foster with the whip across the paint to Savori. Hangs on to it. 26-23 Tops. Alexis Mead thought about a three but decides to backpedal and reset the O. Faustino with the left wing now. Jab step, gets it right back. Alexis Mead gets her defenders in the air, comes inside. Runner off balance, not the best of shots from 14 feet. It is off the heel, and then it looks like Faustino committed an over-the-back foul going for the board. Tops have not scored in 2:25, and Tennessee State has a chance to tie again here. Check that. They call the foul on Jalen Foster, so it's her second. Faustino still with one. Foster, the First Lady Topper, with a pair of fouls. 1:39 to go in the first half. Left wing, Lacey Robbins, backdoor cut, wide open. Kennedy Davis makes no mistake. Right-handed layup from the left side, and it's a one-point game, 26-25 WKU. Abdelgawad picks up her dribble right up before coming across half court. Chest pass over to Faustino. Corner three on the way from Savori. It's good. It's a South Central Bank three. South Central Bank, home of the official debit card of WKU Athletics. Lid is off the rim from distance for the Tops. Now Torrey Hunter the steal. Out to Abdelgawad. Savori in transition. Running three. Layup falls. 31-25 Tops. 5 quick ones from the reigning Conference USA co-freshman of the year. As we hit the final minute of the first half. 6-point Tops lead. Faustino got too much of the body of Davis as she commits her second foul with 50.3 seconds to go. And that work was set up by Torrey Hunter down low. Got involved, just plucked it clean from Tennessee State out to Abdelgawad. Quickly in transition to Savori, who still hadn't made it back across half court. Uncontested to the basket. Faustino deflects it into the air. It's basket caught by Parker, who somehow passes it into the lane for Alexis Pierce, but she walked with it upon receipt. 37.5 seconds to go in the first half. Tops by 6. Abdelgawad gets it into Hope Savori, who picks up her dribble and finds Miral once again. 7-second differential between the game and the shot clock. WKU with the slimmest of margins of victory in the first and the second quarter to date. Runner on the way from the foul line for Hope Savori off 1 foot. It does not go, and a near steal by Alexis Mead as she ends up sitting on top of the scorer's table for a moment. Went for the steal, got a deflection, and then ended up kind of launching herself in, just came to a rest right on the table. Needless to say, not in bounds. 11 seconds to go here in the half. Tennessee State with the ball down 6. Tatiana Davis tries to drive from the left side. Slowly but surely picks it up, kicks it back out. Adams, 23-footer on the way. Did not hit anything but the far side of the glass, and that will do it. So a bit of a sluggish first half offensively for these sides, but the Tops have maintained the lead from the get-go. 31-25. They lead Tennessee State at the break. Second half coming at you inside EA Diddle Arena. I'm Brett Williams. Josh Clausen's manning things back in our studios. We appreciate you being with us for this matinee showdown between WKU and Tennessee State. Final of a 3-game homestand. Tops are trying to make it 3 for 3. They beat Kentucky State and Indiana State. They will go for Tennessee State here in this second half. They lead it by 6, 31-25. Very interesting point about all three of those teams. All three regional opponents, obviously, albeit Kentucky State and NAI, or a D2 school, I should say. Surprised that the Tops hadn't played any of those three in over 30 years until this week, and then they played them all together. I mean, Coach Collins was saying, something for good regional opponents and chances for next year in the home and homes for fans to travel to those campuses as well to be able to see the Lady Toppers play. So, again, just hard to believe that it's been 30 years since a situation like that came about. But anyway, WKU wears white, moves from right to left. Tennessee State wearing their reflex blue, as they call it, moving from left to right. And I do mean blue everything. Jerseys, shorts, knee sleeves, and shoes, all blue. There's a little bit of white coming across diagonal, even a little bit of red trim at the bottom of those shorts, but that's about it. Macy Blevins, big three on the way from the right wing. It is in and out, tipped by Harden, one back by Abdelgawad. She goes up strong, and she's fouled. Abdelgawad again with 10 points in about the first 5 minutes of the game, and then none since. Well, let's see if she can break the seal a bit here. And again, it wasn't so much for shots stopping from falling. It was a matter of just not taking a lot of shots in Miru's case for most of that first half. Free throw clangs around but falls. And it's 32-25 WKU. That foul was on Alexis Pierce. That was her first. Abdelgawad shooting it this season at 70.4%. Best clip of her career as she swishes in the second. And it's 33-25 tops, matching their largest lead of the day. To the corner, Tatiana Davis comes inside, tried to dish it out underhanded to Elise Harden, block to block. But it was errant, and out of bounds it goes. 33-25 WKU, 9:28 to go in the third quarter. Lady Topper basketball. Maya Meredith, baseline, back and forth with Abdelgawad as the Lady Tigers press once again. Tennessee State 3-2, WKU 3-3 on the season. And that is a 10-second call as the Tops do not get it across half court in time. First of those that we have seen today. Both teams 40-minute pressers. Zips a pass inside to Dominique Clater. Back out Tatiana Davis. Takes her time. Sets up and delivers from distance. The first made three of the day for Tennessee State. It's 33-27. Or did they say that was a long two? Maya Meredith with about a 15-footer to answer for WKU. Now a foul line J on the way from Gia Adams. And it's three straight buckets. Two for Tennessee State. One for WKU. And it looks like they have corrected that, so it is a long two. It did not go down as a three for Davis. Must have had her foot on the line. It looked like it was good from here. So it's 35-29, now a steal. Davis underneath, walked with it. And it's back to WKU. So a quick turnover at the half court. Davis down low, couldn't bring her feet to a stop before she went up with the ball. Otherwise, that would have quickly cut it to 4. So 35-29, Lady Toppers the score. 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Energy is rising very quickly, particularly for the visitors. Greg Collins, meanwhile, over on the bench having some conversations with Macy Blevins as Maral Abdelgawad controls at the left wing. Jenna Walker now backpedaling deep right wing side. On the left to Abdelgawad. Tops have not penetrated on this possession. Hope Savori says, who cares? I'll take a 25-footer. No, Maya Meredith flying in for the rebound. Puts it right back up and in. 37-29. Lady Toppers, 2 minutes gone in the third. Good answer from WKU after a quick surge by Tennessee State. Now a kick out. Gia Adams beats Jenna Walker with a nice crossover to the baseline, the drive, and a no-look dish. Nice pass from Alexis Pierce to Elise Harden, who drops it in from the top of the restraining arc. 37-31 WKU. Press continues for Tennessee State. Both teams with 6 points in this quarter. Savori flings it across, held on by Abdelgawad across half court. Into Meredith, lobs it to the paint. Selma Kulo couldn't quite hang on originally, eventually runs it down and hands it off to Savori in the corner. Walker tried to fake past Alexis Pierce. Pierce didn't bite. To the right wing, three on the way from Meredith. Dies on the heel, comes up short. Abdelgawad fighting for the rebound, falling over, and eventually walking with it is Elise Harden. She came down with it, working toward the corner, and just couldn't stop her body from rolling over before she offloaded it. So it stays with WKU. Jenna Walker will inbound right in front of the bench, and graduate assistant David Walls in his third year with the program. It was going to be the third year as graduate assistants for both David and Ivy Brown, but of course Ivy now an assistant coach on this squad. More about that in a moment. 7 minutes to go in the third. Maya Meredith coming in, floats one from the left elbow. It comes up just short, and it's rebounded by Kennedy Davis of Tennessee State. 6:50 to go in this third quarter. 6-point Lady Topper advantage. Here's Gia Adams. Bounces it through traffic, but it's stolen by Jalen Foster. No look. On ahead. Hope Savori stops. Pops. Can't finish. It was blocked from behind by Harden, but Abdelgawad gets it underneath. Back to Savori. Up top, Jenna Walker. Head fake and a traveling call. Ivy Brown was promoted to assistant coach after the late off-season departure of Jocelyn Brown, who had been on Greg Collins' staff for his first 3 seasons. Jocelyn very well respected by this team, but decided to take a step back for family. She recently got married and had a kid and headed back to be a little bit closer to family in Georgia and see where she goes from there. Certainly wishing our best to Coach Jay. But now it is Coach Ivy taking over a different Brown on that coaching staff for WKU, and one that Greg Collins said he knew she was destined for eventually. Everybody knew she would be a great coach, and Hilltopper Nation and this team have always been Ivy. Layup good for Tennessee State. 4-point game. Miral Abdelgawad the other way, quickly to the bucket. She is fouled from behind by Sanaya Parker. That's a first on Parker, team second here in this second half. And now Abdelgawad heads back to the stripe where she hit both earlier. 3 of 4 overall on the day, and can extend this back from a 4 points to a 6-point lead if she hits both. First one on the way. Perfect. And last season, Abdelgawad just a 62% free throw shooter. Now up over 70% and 5 of 6 today. Yet another area of growth from the senior from Cairo. 39-33 top, 6:04 to go in the third quarter. Lacey Robbins back in for the Lady Tigers. Alongside both Davises, Tatiana and Kennedy, Sanaya Parker and Kiani Westbrook. From the right wing, here's Parker. Up top to Robbins. Not a 3-point shooter. Jalen Foster gave her space. And because, again, that's not her strength, she didn't take it. Davis, right side. That's Tatiana. Crosses over Jenna Walker. Comes inside. Flings it up off the backboard with the shot clock expiring. Jalen Foster grabs the deflection. And the Tops send it out the other way. Hope Savori trying to dribble through 2 Lady Tigers. She can't do so. Tatiana Davis, one-on-one with Jenna Walker all the way down. And the layup spins off her left hand and banks in. 39-35. Tops still by 4. 5:16 to go in the third. WKU has never trailed in this one. Maya Meredith on a cross to the right corner. Jenna Walker. It's a transition game today between these two teams that are pressing each other all the way. Every possession. Abdelgawad misses the layup, gets her own rebound. Does she get fouled on the putback? She got fouled, and it was while she was going back up, so she'll shoot 2 yet again. That one's on Lacey Robbins, and it's her first. Take this opportunity to mention that farmer-owned dairy products from Prairie Farms are made with real milk that is shipped from local farms to stores within 48 hours. Visit prairiefarms.com for coupons and recipes. Prairie Farms is the official milk of WKU Athletics. First one down for Miral Abdelgawad. The second one just short. 40-35 WKU as we hit the halfway point of this third quarter. Lacey Robbins, I think, got away with a walk, eventually dribbled it off her foot, somehow maintained control, and Jenna Walker's pressure defense forces the turnover, the steal by Abdelgawad. And then she is hand-checked by Robbins on the way down. So a combination of Walker and Abdelgawad completely foils Lacey Robbins on that possession. And it's Lady Topper basketball when we come back. 40-35, WKU on top of Tennessee State. This is Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. 40-35, Lady Toppers leading Tennessee State with 4:51 to go in this third quarter. The Tops will head up the road to face Bellarmine on Thursday night. Jay Turner will have that call for you as I head off with WKU volleyball to the NCAA tournament. Location TBD. It will be played either Thursday, Friday, or Friday, Saturday, the first and second rounds. And the selection show is tonight. We are doing a special edition of the Travis Hudson Show on the WKU Athletics Facebook page, as well as in arena inside Diddle at the watch party. That coach's show will begin at 7 o'clock Central Time. The selection show at 7:30 on ESPNU. So come on out to Diddle and have some fun with us, as we'll hear from Travis Hudson, Todd Stewart, even John McCammon on WKU's athletic staff here and on the selection committee. Interesting insight from him. You won't want to miss it. 40-35, Tops in front with the ball moving right to left, wearing white here in this third quarter. Another zip pass without looking from Walker to the foul line for Maya Meredith. She slings it across to the left block for Tori Hunter, who is fouled and will shoot two. A lot of crafty passers for WKU. We've seen Alexis Mead launch it down the floor. We've seen Savori do a little bit of everything. Jenna Walker's trademark is the look-away pass. As Hunter heads to the free throw line, first one up, and it's perfect. I think sometimes Jenna gets a little bit ahead of herself and sometimes is just trying too hard to do that and sometimes won't exactly be on the same page with her recipient, but that will come in time. The fact that that's in her arsenal is a huge weapon for WKU's offense in the long run. Hunter goes 1 for 2, but she collects the offensive rebound, tries to get it back from Macy Blevins in the corner, but it's swatted out of bounds by Sanaya Parker. And the Tops will hang on to it with a baseline inbounds play. 41-35 WKU, 4:33 to go in the third. Sanaya Parker jumping several feet off the ground, getting in Blevins' airspace, but Macy eventually able to lob it into Abdelgawad. Right wing for Jenna Walker, and a moving screen is called down low against Tori Hunter. That is the first team foul on WKU in the second half, or in this third quarter as it's adjudicated in women's basketball. On ahead, Gia Adams. 7 points today, has been quiet for a little while, had a surge in the first half. Baseline bounce pass to Parker, she kicked it. I guess they're going to say Macy Blevins kicked it first. And so it'll be Tennessee State ball after those two players briefly turn this into a soccer match. Floater caught by Parker. Flips it on over to Tatiana Davis left side. Davis drives quickly down the baseline, tries a finger roll from underneath the backboard, came up just short. Tops collected in the air. On ahead is Jenna Walker. Double teamed at half court. That won't go anywhere but a jump ball, which favors Tennessee State. Walker picked up her dribble a little too quickly as Tatiana Davis and Gia Adams swarmed her, and she had no way out. Turnovers now 18 for WKU, 17 for Tennessee State. These are numbers that these teams are used to forcing and unfortunately committing as well. Tatiana Davis lets fly right wing three in and out, but basket caught by Sanaya Parker left side. Her pass intended for Dominique Clater hits the underside of the backboard and then deflects off Maya Meredith, who was wrong place, wrong time going for the rebound. So it stays with the Lady Tigers. Clater back and forth with Gia Adams off the inbounds. Now Clater blows past Tori Hunter and gets fouled on her way in. That is called on Macy Blevins. It is her second. And we'll see Dominique Clater shoot two. Well, as Ty Evans looked to rebuild his team from a winless squad in his first year a year ago, he turned to the transfer portal. Clater hits her first free throw. And he went out in search of impact transfers. Clater has been one of the best. Again, 4 years at East Carolina. She does have an extra year, presumably, because she took a medical redshirt one of those four. Swishes both free throws here, but last season, 14th in the country in steals. 92 of them for 5th in East Carolina program history, and that was again in the season when teams didn't even play as many games as they often do. Evans saying that he wanted to bring Clater in because she would bring the leadership his team definitely needed to try to right the ship, and so far so good in that category. 41-37 WKU, the volume rising from the Lady Tiger bench. Maya Meredith gets it ahead for the Tops. Back up top to Macy Blevins as WKU resets with Abdelgawad now. To the foul line, Meredith reverses course to the left wing. Abdelgawad catches, shoots, and swishes. It's a South Central Bank three. South Central Bank, home of the official debit card of WKU Athletics. Tori Hunter clapping it up as the Tops retreat on defense. 44-37 WKU. Abdelgawad up to 18 points. Could she make it two straight over 20 for the year? Double teaming now with Jenna Walker. Sanaya Parker somehow dribbles her way through both of them into the paint, lays it up and in. Sanaya Parker with a definitive move through traffic to get her first points of the day and cut it back to 5, 44-39. Nice pass by Meredith to Blevins. Back to the right block. Tori Hunter lays it in off the upper corner of the square. Excellent passing from the Tops. Tic-tac-toe to Tori. And she's up to 5 points and 3 boards. To the left side, Tatiana Davis. One further bounce to the baseline. Elise Harden, block to block. Kennedy Davis banks it home right side. Check that. It was Kiani Westbrook on the pass. It was Kennedy Davis with the bucket. 46-41, WKU. Blevins picks up her dribble at half court, but nice pass to Maya Meredith, who gets past 2 defenders. Out of control, though. Her layup attempt hits the underside. And it goes back to Tennessee State with 2:08 to go in the third quarter. 46-41 Tops. Jalen Foster back in. So too Alexis Mead. And now Mead quickly signals for Jenna Walker to take back over defensively. And leading the charge in the press. 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Clater squares up at the foul line. Jalen Foster closes out, prevents the foul line. Jay back up top to Gia Adams. Tennessee State looking to go to 4-2 on the season, but first they have to take their first lead of the day. Three-pointer no good. Rebound tipped to Gia Adams, and she drives and lays it in with the southpaw. 46-43. WKU by 3. Alexis Mead all the way down. Puts it up from 12 feet. Too strong on the bank shot. Tennessee State with the rebound. Full steam ahead. Here comes Alexis Pierce. All the way down. Pierce with a right-handed layup. It is too strong. And Abdelgawad brings in the board. Break for the Tops as Pierce misses on the layup. And WKU maintains its one-possession advantage. Tops have not trailed today. Mead, bounce pass to the left block. Foster lay-in falls. As we approach the final minute of the third quarter, 48-43 Western Kentucky. Tops trying for 3 straight victories on the season, and this their 7th out of 12 non-conference games. Left wing, Pierce gets Walker in the air, comes inside. Foster with the swat with the left hand on the attempted pass across the paint, and the Tops take it back. 18 turnovers aside here late in the third quarter. Mead, head fake, comes inside, loses her dribble, but somehow pokes it along to Maral Abdelgawad. Right back to Mead, open left corner 3, got it! Abdelgawad with those 3 fingers in the air, not for herself, but for her teammate Mead. The 2 high 5. As we have a timeout on the floor called by Ty Evans. We'll step aside. 28 seconds left in the third quarter. 51-43 WKU. This is Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. 51-43 WKU. After a huge corner 3 by Alexis Mead. Tops are just 4 of 13 from downtown today. Tennessee State is 0 for 10. And it's back to the largest lead of the day for WKU. Shot clock is off for the Lady Tigers with 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Tatiana Davis retreats and looks to set up a play. Tennessee State looking for a quality shot to get some momentum going into the fourth. 5 seconds now. Davis to the right wing. Here's Robbins, not the shooter they want. Clater, long 2, straight ahead, off the rim. And that'll do it for the third quarter. They got perhaps the shot they want. Clater has that mid-range game, but she didn't get a good look at it. Or at least didn't get a good execution on it, I should say. She just kind of line drove that thing into the iron, and that'll do it. So 10 minutes to go in this one. 51-43 WKU trying to close it out. Let's see if they can do so when we come back. This is Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. 10 minutes to settle this one. 51-43 WKU leading Tennessee State. Both teams had their most prolific quarter of the game in that third. 20-18. The Tops had the advantage in that frame. They are shooting it at just under 44% for the game, 30% from beyond the arc. Tennessee State 41% from the floor and still 0 from downtown. I'm Brett Williams, glad to have you along. Let's see if the Tops can make it a perfect 3-game homestand. They wear white, they move from right to left. Alexis Mead, same place in the corner. She hit the last 3. She hits another one. It's another South Central Bank 3. South Central Bank home of the official debit card of WKU Athletics. And how about Lexi Mead coming alive with a pair of corner 3s to close out the third and open the fourth. Tops have an 11-point lead. Their largest of the day as Dominique Clater cans a foul line jumper on the other side to get it back to 9. Clater, the leading scorer for the Lady Tigers, with 12 points. Teresa Faustino, Meade, Abdelgawad, Foster, and Jenna Walker, the 5 on the floor for WKU. Now Walker tries from the lucky left corner, and it's 3 in a row from the Tops from that spot. Jenna Walker on the board for the first three-pointer of her day. She has 5 points overall in this one. Has played a lot of minutes, particularly in the second half, and provided some excellent defensive pressure. Speaking of defense, Faustino the steal. Bounce pass around traffic. Down low, Jalen Foster spins in the layup. Timeout called by Ty Evans. Lady Toppers surging to open the fourth quarter, 59-45. They have the advantage. And we will take one more media timeout here early in this fourth, 8:50 to go. Tops trying to close it out when we come back. This is Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield. WKU up 59-45 here with 8:50 to go in this one. After a strong start to this fourth quarter, 8 points in a minute and 10 seconds for WKU. They have already almost matched their entire total for the first half here in the second half in just about 11 minutes time. That's 31 versus 28. Another strong second half for WKU. Foul called on Jenna Walker, defending 21 feet from the basket. That is her first personal, and the team's first here in this fourth quarter as well. WKU 3 of 3 from the floor in this fourth quarter. Those 2 big threes by Meade and Walker. Again, on the day, Tennessee State has yet to make a triple. They had one that was close, but Tatiana Davis had her foot on the line, so it only goes down as a 2. Davis bounce pass to the corner. Kennedy Davis on a cross, picked up in the lane. Gia Adams, runner from 14 feet off the Conference USA logo, drops in. And it's 59-47 WKU. Alexis Meade working one-on-one with Adams. Now Clater gets involved. And Meade's crafty move along the sideline forced Clater to not get out of the way in time. And she commits personal foul number 2. Walker into Faustino with the red towel logo. And play continues here in the fourth. Into Jalen Foster at the elbow, back up top. Top's working, trying to get inside the paint. Foster backing down Elise Harden, back outside to Meade for a 3. But a moving screen is called on Miral Abdelgawad away from the ball. Her second. She's still clapping it up for her team. Shaking it off a little bit. Has looked great today on both sides. All the way in, Tatiana Davis just simply sidestepped Jalen Foster, got inside, hung a lefty layup, and it fell. 59-49 WKU. Quickly through traffic, Teresa Faustino to the rack, has it blocked from behind by Sanaya Parker. Or did they call a foul? No, that was a clean block out of bounds. WKU maintains control. Maya Meredith to throw it in. Takes a look around. Feeds Teresa Faustino deep left wing. Faustino across to Alexis Meade, who was already bending her knees for a catch-and-shoot 3, but it was a fake to Gia Adams and a nicely placed one as well. Abdelgawad, that one's for real. It's in and out, but Meredith with the offensive rebound. Put back falls. Maya Meredith with 14 points, 4 boards in this one. A good response after a day where it just was tough going for her offensively against Indiana State. She is still tied for third on this team in points per game, third in rebound, third in field goal attempts as well. Tatiana Davis trying to break the seal from downtown, and she finally does for Tennessee State. Thought she had one earlier, she didn't. That one goes down. The Lady Tigers trail by 9 on 1 of 11 three-point shooting. Teresa Faustino looking to answer. Right wing tray. Perfect. And Teresa Faustino is on the board. And if there's anything that sucks the air out of an opponent, it's that. You finally hit a 3, and then you come back the other way and bury it right back in their face. 64-52, Lady Toppers. Should note that Tennessee State has been held to 60 or fewer in all of their losses this year. They've scored at least 70 in all of their wins, and Tatiana Davis is doing the best she can to try to get them to that point or get them back in the game as she's knocked down 2 threes in a row. This one from the right corner. And it's 64-55. Quick timeout called by Ty Evans. Now, just to clarify, I think I had said earlier, late in that third quarter, that Evans called a timeout. He did not. It was actually Greg Collins who did. So there is still one timeout remaining for Evans, as that was his third. He called his second earlier in this fourth quarter. 64-55, WKU in front. MedCenter Health Primary Care invites you to check up on your health. Visit medcenterhealth.org/AWV to schedule your annual wellness visits today. I don't think the band is going to be able to actually strike up the band again. I love how they do that. They'll play the fight song, then they'll sing the fight song a cappella, and then usually they bring all the instruments back in and play it one more time for good measure, but the ball's back in play, so no chance for that. Appreciate the thought, though. 9-point lead for the Lady Toppers with 6:13 to go. Got to make sure that they keep putting points on the board when they can. Just like that, Meade to Selma Kulo, down low, turn around, easy layup, falls. 66-55. Tatiana Davis trying to take over the game, drives into the lane, loses control off of Kulo, picked up by Abdelgawad. Here come the Tops. Morale down the floor, hits Meade in the corner, comes out, swing it back. Meredith, right wing three, in and out. And rebounded by Sanaya Parker. It went through the hands of Alexis Meade, but she was falling to the ground. On ahead, Gia Adams fakes the pass across the lane, goes up strong, and gets fouled. This is on Maya Meredith, her first, team's third. Gia Adams to the stripe. 11 points today for the freshman from Houston, who earned the Rookie of the Week honors in the OVC in the first week of the season. Had a double-double in their season-opening victory over a Division III school, an NAIA school. And then was in double figures against both Georgia State and Kansas. The first a victory, the second a loss. Both free throws do not fall, so Adams does not cash in. Teresa Faustino, left wing three on the other side, is off the mark. Rebounded offensively by Meredith, who's been great in that category today. Meade with an excellent fake. Dish out. Abdelgawad, right wing three, off the heel. Rebounded by Dominique Clater. 66-55. WKU still in front. 5:17 to go. Most of this game was played within 3 to 6 points. And then all of a sudden, the Tops with that late third quarter run got into double digits. Missing a three, but getting the offensive rebound, or at least taking it away from Meade, was Alexis Pierce, and she drives in and lays it up with the right hand. 66-57, Lady Toppers. 4:55 to go here. Still have to finish the job. Jenna Walker getting ready to check back in. Meade spins it down to the corner. Teresa Faustino beats Clater. Now to the left wing. Meredith comes in. 19-footer is blocked from behind by Pierce. And Tennessee State takes it away with 4:35 remaining. Pierce dribbling her way across half court. Stops at the arc. Takes a look around. Nearly gets bumped by Abdelgawad, but Morale spun her way around with a hip twist at the last second. Pass to the right elbow. Clater jabs past Kulo. Puts it up about 13 feet. It uses every bit of the rim, bounces 3 times, and eventually drops in. And it's a 7-point game all of a sudden, 66-59. Tennessee State, 1 timeout remaining, 4:09 to go. Reinforcements waiting at the scorer's table for the Tops. As a foul is called on Kennedy Davis in transition. Second on the team in the fourth quarter, rather. And so now with 4:05 to go, the Tops will try to extend the 7-point lead. They haven't scored in over 2 minutes, as Tennessee State has now taken over the fourth quarter lead at 16-15. What answer do the Tops have with the visitors holding momentum? Abdelgawad picks up her dribble. Swarmed by Clater, has to get it free. She does to Jalen Foster, who spins into the lane. It's blocked by Lacey Robbins. Tennessee State 3-on-1. Tatiana Davis working on Jenna Walker, lays it in. Right hand, left side. We have a whistle. A delay of game warning is issued to Tennessee State. They trailed by as many as 11, but have gone on a 6-0 run to cut it to 5. 66-61, WKU. Tops have to answer here. Will they be poised under pressure? Here's Jenna Walker, left side, into the paint. Jalen Foster loses her dribble briefly, gets it free. Meade, right wing three, too strong. Rebounded by Alexis Pierce. Tennessee State basketball. WKU has yet to have a close game this year. All 6 have been decided by double digits. Now we have a tie-up. Meredith and Robbins combining to fight for it. It stays with Tennessee State. 3:19 to go. Tops have 3 timeouts remaining should they need them. So really the first time, even though Indiana State was close for a while, Tops came out of the second half with a point to prove, and they pulled away without too much trouble. Baseline pass, kick out. Davis, good fly by Meade to prevent the three. She takes a long 2, airballs it. Clater collects. High bank shot, no. Grabbed underneath by Abdelgawad. In transition, lobs it down the floor. Foster spins, 360. The layup is too strong, and it's rebounded by Kiani Westbrook. And we have a Tennessee State Lady Tiger down behind the play as she went tumbling over the front line of media on the floor and is still down in front of the first row of bleachers below the baseline. Can't quite tell who that is as of yet, but it was her defensive pressure who forced Foster to rush the layup and miss it from behind. Great effort running the floor and just tumbled over the photographers and hit the deck. 66-61 the score. Lady Toppers in front, haven't scored in 3:15. And they'll get an inadvertent timeout here, an unofficial one, I should say, as they attend to the fallen Lady Tiger. Ty Evans is over here taking a look. I'm still completely blocked from my field of vision as to which Tennessee State player is down. Looks like she's sitting up at this point, which is good. Still trying to identify. Both teams huddled up. A lot of effort on both sides today. These two teams very different than what they looked like last season, and both of them have potential to do some impressive things in their league and in the future of these teams. And they are giving 110% on every possession. And now finally brought to her feet, it is Dominique Clater. It'd certainly be a big loss for Tennessee State if she's unable to continue in this game, but she's walking off under her own power. Slight limp. And now stops at the foul line. Bent over. Miral Abdelgawad comes out and pats her on the back. Alexis Meade high-fiving her as well. So too Jenna Walker, Maya Meredith, and Jalen Foster. Gotta love that. That is no guarantee you'll see something like that. But all 5 Lady Toppers on the floor come out to congratulate Dominique Clater on a tremendous effort today. Now Clater rejoins her team's huddle. We'll see if she's able to get back in the game. 14.6 rebounds, 4 assists for the East Carolina transfer today. She has been a lot of fun to watch and will certainly be a factor in the Ohio Valley Conference this year. She heads down to the edge of the bench where the athletic trainer will take a closer look. 66-61 Lady Toppers. It's Tennessee State ball. This game far from over, and Gia Adams makes it a one-possession game with an elbow jump shot that drops. 66-63. It is an 8-0 Lady Tiger run, and the pressure is on. Tops break the press. Maya Meredith all the way in. Layup is good. Off the glass with the right hand. 68-63. as the energy is turned back up to 100 very quickly following the long stoppage. 2:20 to go. Who finds a way through here at Diddle Arena? First time these teams have met since 1989. It has not disappointed. To the corner, Tatiana Davis leading the way with 18 points today for the Lady Tigers. 2:05 to go. Alexis Pierce, long two on the way, airballed it, rebounded by Maya Meredith. Meredith had it briefly knocked out of her hands by Sanaya Parker, but she recovers and gets it free to Alexis Mead. 1:51 to go. Tops by 5. Have only hit one of their last 8 shots from the floor. Off the high ball screen, Alexis Mead takes a look around, finds Meredith, corner 3 on the way, off the intersection, picked back up offensively by Foster. Out to Jenna Walker, step back, left wing, triple, in and out. Mead chases down another offensive rebound, throws it free. Abdelgawad, this is a third chance possession for WKU. Critical offensive rebounds by Foster and Mead. Still a 5-point lead, 1:20 to go. Walker got deflected by Parker, but Mead controls. 5 to shoot. No foul called. Mead, left wing 3 on the way. Got it! How about that possession for WKU? 2 offensive rebounds, and Alexis Mead cashes in from downtown. 8-point lead, 1 minute to go. 71-63 Lady Toppers. Lob pass, down low, stolen by Foster. Jalen Foster coming free across half court, now slows it down, hands it off to Mead, who skids to a stop, but not without a foul from behind on Sanaya Parker. I said moments ago, would the Tops be poised under pressure, and so far, so good. Tennessee State badly wanted an offensive foul, as right before that 3, as Alexis Mead got a little bit physical with her defender, but they didn't call it. And then Mead hit the 3 moments later. A bit of a stoppage as somebody broke the barrier of the sideline. I couldn't tell if they called that on Gia Adams or Ivy Brown. Had a big smile on her face. She was right in front. I don't know if she stuck a hand out or something, and who knows. Elise Harden commits a foul with the clock stopped. 48.1 seconds now. 71-63 WKU. If you're Tennessee State, you have time maybe for one stop if you trap or get something like that, but they're going to go ahead and commit the foul already. Obviously a 3-possession game, so on the flip side of that argument, certainly not a bad idea. So the Tops can really put this away from the free throw line. This is Alexis Mead, 2 of 3 from there. And drops the first one right through. Mead with a strong second half, up to 12 points. Including that huge 3 at the end, a couple of 3s there in that third and fourth quarter transition. She hits the second free throw. And it's a 10-point Lady Topper lead with 41 seconds to go. Between the legs dribble, Adams flips it back. Tatiana Davis gets Meredith in the air, blocked by Foster and recovered by Meredith. Jalen Foster's been huge late. Some key deflections, a key offensive rebound, a big layup. She's done it all. And we'll go ahead and I could give it to Mead. Mead's done it a few times. I'll give it to Jalen Foster for her defensive and rebounding efforts as this second half's on-fire player, brought to you by Soki Fire Protection. Call your Southern Kentucky experts today at 270-803-0046. Protection without compromise. Free throw up but not down from Maral Abdelgawad. 8 points 8 points since the first 5 minutes of the game when she put 10 on the board, but still a great day for Miru. 18 points, 8 boards, 1 assist, and a whole lot more as well. Misses the second free throw. And now an over the back call on the rebound. Does it go against Tennessee State? It does. Kennedy Davis. And that really quelches whatever shot the Lady Tigers still had. 2 missed free throws. That was their advantage. But they did not take advantage as Davis went over the back, fighting Foster for the board. Mead's first free throw is in. And it looks like the Lady Toppers are going to emerge perfect on this 3-game homestand. and move to 4-3 for their first winning record of the season. Second free throw does not fall. Gia Adams in transition lays it in. Immediate timeout called by Ty Evans at a 9-point game with 24 seconds to go. He is now out of timeouts. A reminder that our MedCenter Health post-game show is coming up. MedCenter Health is the official healthcare sponsor of WKU Athletics. Getting you back to the things that are important to you is important to us. We look forward to hearing from head coach Greg Collins and our U.S. Bank player of the game. A couple different options here, so we'll see who we end up getting. And look ahead to the week ahead for Lady Topper basketball. It's been a great weekend around the Hill. Again, Hilltopper football with the big win yesterday. Hilltopper basketball has done well on this homestand as well as they beat Alabama A&M Wednesday, UT Martin yesterday. Lady Toppers trying to make it a perfect week and a half. And it looks like they'll do just that. Just need basically one more bucket of any kind should just about do it. It's a 9-point lead with 24 seconds left. Got to make sure you get the inbounds here. Be strong with the ball. Possession arrow favors WKU if there's a tie-up. Jenna Walker to toss it in with the right hand. She gets it in along the baseline to Foster. Immediate foul on Elise Harden. So we'll see what Jalen Foster can do. Her first free throws of the day. She is 4 of 6 through the first 5 games of her career. Check that, 6 games. At the line. If she makes this a 10-point game, it's pretty much in the books. First one up, and perfect. Hardly moved the net, 75-65 WKU. Second one up, in and out. Rebounded by Gia Adams. Works her way through a couple of players, does not have numbers, still wants to go to the hole, blocked by Foster. How about Jalen Foster with all kinds of deflections and key hustle plays at the end. Foster today, 7 points, 2 boards, 3 assists, 3 steals, and a block officially. Now that's a stat line for this Lady Topper basketball team, 21-22, if I've ever seen one. Abdelgawad to inbound, gets it to Lexi Mead, 75-65. Nearly lost control of it, but Gia Adams bailed her out with a foul draped over her back. And with 13 seconds to go, it's pretty much academic from here. WKU will improve to 4-1 all-time against Tennessee State in this first matchup between these two since the 80s. Mead's next free throw drop. She's up to 15 points today, a lot of those in the second half. 4 rebounds, 6 assists as well. And she hits another. 16 for Lexi, 77-65 WKU. And it looks like we'll have another double-digit affair as Maya Meredith looks to drive with the steal. Has it nearly stolen by Parker, out of bounds. It goes, 4 seconds left. Tops will have played their first 7 games, all decided by double digits. And 4 of them going in their favor for victories. To Lexi Mead in the backcourt, 3 seconds, 2 and 1. And it's a Lady Topper victory in the books. 77-65. The Tops knock off Tennessee State. And they have completed a perfect 3-game homestand. Bit of a slow start offensively in this one, but the Tops found their way through. And they will celebrate once again a perfect holiday week across Hilltopper and Lady Topper athletics. We will have our MedCenter Health post-game show right after this, and look forward to having you along for that. 77-65 Lady Toppers over the Lady Tigers. This is Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield.